In the heart of the African jungle, where shadows dance ominously between the thick trees, there exists an ancient battleground, a place where the echoes of primal fury still linger. Here, beneath the canopy of emerald green leaves, a confrontation of epic proportions once unfolded. It's a clash of titans, a test of strength and endurance. On one side stands a lone silverback gorilla, a warrior cloaked in a thick coat of glistening black fur, his muscles corded with power beneath the surface. Weighing over 400 pounds and towering nearly 6 feet tall when upright, he is a symbol of untamed power and an emblem of the untamed wilderness. His silverback, a testament to his age and wisdom, gleams under the dappled sunlight filtering through the dense foliage. Opposite him, a formidable force of 100 men stands ready. They are a diverse lot, united by a common purpose to challenge the mighty gorilla. Among their ranks are men of various builds and strengths, their faces etched with determination and resolve. Together, they represent the collective strength and spirit of humanity, daring to confront the king of the jungle. The air crackles with anticipation as the two forces size each other up. The men exchange nervous glances, their breaths mingling with the humid air. The gorilla beats his chest, a deep resonant sound that reverberates through the jungle floor. It's a primal challenge, an invitation to battle. The stage is set for a showdown that will test the limits of both man and beast. But hold on. Before we jump into the gory details of this ultimate showdown, let's peel back some layers. Why does this hypothetical battle keep popping up in our collective consciousness? Is it a fascination with the raw power of nature? A desire to test the mettle of mankind? Or perhaps a morbid curiosity about the outcome of such a catastrophic event? As the men charge forward, the gorilla explodes into action. With lightning-fast reflexes, he unleashes a thunderous roar that shakes the very foundations of the jungle. His massive fists, each weighing more than a man's entire head, shoot forward like ballistic missiles. One of the men caught off guard finds himself on the receiving end of the gorilla's first strike. His body is sent flying through the air, crashing into the dense undergrowth like a rag doll. The remaining men falter, momentarily stunned by the sheer force of the gorilla's attack. But hesitation only invites more violence. The gorilla presses his assault, his powerful legs driving him forward in a relentless assault. Men are tossed aside like unwanted puppies, their screams swallowed by the cacophony of the fight. As the battle rages, the men begin to panic, their initial bravado evaporating in the face of the gorilla's brutal efficiency. The sight of their comrades being decimated by a single opponent sends a wave of terror through their ranks, yet they have no choice but to stand and fight. Retreat is not an option. Undeterred by their panic state, the gorilla continues his rampage. With every swing of his massive arms, he sends another man crashing to the ground, adding to the growing pile of broken bodies at his feet. The stench of blood and sweat mingles with the humid air, creating a thick, cloying fog that hangs heavy over the battleground. In the midst of the carnage, a small group of men make a valiant attempt to regroup. They form a loose circle, hoping to present a united front against their monstrous opponent. But their efforts are futile. The gorilla, a master strategist in his own right, exploits their vulnerabilities. He singles out the weak, the wounded, and the weary, attacking them with merciless precision. As the fight drags on, the men grow weaker, their strength sapped by exhaustion and injuries. The gorilla, seemingly tireless, maintains his relentless assault, pushing his attackers to the brink of collapse. The forest floor becomes a sea of pain and despair, littered with the broken and the fallen. And so the battle reaches its brutal conclusion. With a final, earth-shattering roar, the silverback gorilla stands victorious amidst the carnage. Of the 100 men who once charged into the fray, only a handful remain conscious. The rest lie broken and defeated, their bodies bearing witness to the unforgiving power of the jungle's king. The gorilla, though bloodied and battered, is triumphant. He has defended his territory, proving once again the raw, untamed power of nature. With this chilling display of strength, the gorilla establishes his dominance, reminding all who witness it of the harsh reality of the natural world. Might makes right, and only the strong survive. His roar echoing through the jungle, a testament to his supremacy. leaves a haunting reminder of the day 100 men dared to challenge the mighty silverback gorilla. Okay, so what did we learn from that epic tale? Well, this rumble in the jungle was a massacre. Gorilla wins, no doubt about it. But why exactly? We took a deep dive into the numbers, biology, psychology, and strategies. The gorilla's muscle density is crazy, punching way harder than any human. Speed, agility, and bite force add to its awfulness. While humans do have numbers, they lack the coordination and instinct needed to effectively gang up on the gorilla. So let's rethink the question. How would different groups of 100 men fare against a silverback gorilla? Our first scenario. 100 average guys, no special skills or training. These 100 men enter the arena with mixed feelings. Some are excited, others scared. Most are frozen with indecision. The gorilla charges. Panic ensues. About 20 men run, maybe 10 freeze. Some try to fight, but they're quickly overwhelmed. The gorilla's sheer strength is evident as he tosses aside those who try to grapple with him. Those who didn't run or freeze find themselves facing the full force of the gorilla's rage. Some are knocked unconscious, others suffer broken bones or internal injuries. Within minutes, the gorilla has wiped out a significant portion of the group, leaving the rest in a state of shock and terror. The survivors watch in horror as the gorilla turns his attention to them. Realizing that escape is impossible, most surrender without a fight. The few who resist meet the same brutal fate. The battle ends swiftly, leaving a scene of devastation and defeat. Our second scenario. 100 moderately fit men. Ding! These men have decided to form a circle to face the gorilla, thinking numbers will be their strength. However, the gorilla's sheer power soon shatters this illusion. As the fight begins, the gorilla breaks through the human circle with ease, sending several men crashing to the ground. The men inside the circle panic, breaking ranks as they desperately try to evade the gorilla's attacks. Despite their best efforts, the gorilla proves too powerful and agile. It's easily dodging their clumsy attempts to grab and restrain him. With each passing moment, the situation becomes increasingly chaotic and hopeless. The men are disorganized and vulnerable, and the gorilla takes full advantage, exploiting their weaknesses and delivering devastating blows. The fight ends in a similar fashion to the previous scenario, with the vast majority of the men lying defeated and injured around the circle. Scenario 350, NFL linebackers and 50 professional MMA fighters. While it might seem like an overwhelming force on paper, even this elite group of fighters faces a grim reality. As the fight commences, the combined strength of the linebackers and MMA fighters initially puts the gorilla on the defensive. However, as the battle rages on, the sheer power of the silverback becomes increasingly apparent. Despite being outnumbered, the gorilla manages to hold his ground, utilizing his incredible agility and brute strength to fend off his attackers. The fighters, while skilled, find themselves constantly on edge, wary of the gorilla's lightning-fast reflexes and unbridled power. The linebackers, with their larger size and aggressive style, take on the role of distracting the gorilla, giving the MMA fighters opportunities to strike. Yet the gorilla anticipates their moves, turning their aggression against them and using their momentum to his advantage. Despite the fighters' best efforts, the gorilla's raw power proves too much to overcome. The fight ends in a somber fashion, with several fighters seriously injured and some even succumbing to their wounds. In all three scenarios, the outcome is clear. The silverback gorilla emerges victorious, showcasing the raw, untamed power of nature. Even in the face of overwhelming odds, the gorilla prevails, proving that might indeed makes right. The battles leave behind a haunting message. No matter the numbers, skill, or strategy, mankind cannot defy the laws of the natural world without consequence. Nature doesn't care about your confidence, only your chances. So what's the lesson here? It's simple. Don't mess with nature's apex predators. And remember, sometimes the most satisfying victories come from acknowledging the unbeatable forces of the wild. So who would you put up against the gorilla?